What if I told you that 3 simple foods from your kitchen could restore your leg strength in just 12 hours? Not expensive supplements, not complicated exercise routines, just 3 everyday foods that science has proven can reactivate your muscles, improve your balance, and give you back the confidence you thought was gone forever. Welcome to Senior Health Line. I'm here to share evidence-based health strategies that actually work for people over 50. Before we dive into today's life-changing information, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop a comment below and let me know your city and country. Are you watching from sunny California, beautiful Canada, or perhaps somewhere across the pond in the United Kingdom? I read every single comment and love connecting with our amazing global community. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We publish new health videos every week that can genuinely transform your life. Our subscribers come from all over the world, and they're all committed to aging with strength, vitality, and independence. If you're tired of feeling unsteady on your feet, if your legs feel weaker than they used to, or if you've noticed that simple tasks like climbing stairs have become more challenging, then this video is specifically for you. I've received hundreds of messages from viewers just like you, sharing their struggles with leg weakness, balance issues, and the fear of falling. Here's what we're going to cover today. First, the shocking truth about why your legs feel weak. Hint, it's not just aging, and it's completely reversible. Second, 3 specific foods that can restore neuromuscular function within hours. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're probably sitting in your kitchen right now. And third, the exact 12-hour protocol you can start tonight to begin feeling stronger tomorrow morning. Before we dive in, I want you to know that everything I share today is backed by peer-reviewed research. I'll give you the studies, the mechanisms, and most importantly, the practical steps you can take right now. This isn't opinion or theory. This is hard science that's been tested in real people just like you. Let's start with a truth that might completely change how you think about aging. When your legs feel weak, tired, or unsteady, the problem usually isn't that you've lost muscle mass. According to groundbreaking research from the University of Calgary, published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, most adults over 50 still have significant muscle tissue in their legs. This study followed over 200 adults aged 50 to 75 for 3 years. What they discovered was revolutionary. The participants who complained of leg weakness and fatigue hadn't actually lost substantial muscle mass. Their muscle fibers were still there, still structurally intact, but they had become disconnected from their nervous system. So what's really happening when you feel weak and unsteady? The communication between your brain and your muscles is breaking down. Think of it like this. Your muscles are like a team of skilled workers, and your nervous system is the foreman giving orders through a megaphone. When the megaphone's battery runs low, the workers can't hear the commands clearly. They're still there, they're still capable, but they're not getting the signal to work. This communication breakdown happens in 3 specific ways, and understanding these will help you see why the 3 foods I'm about to share are so powerful. First, motor neurons, the pathways that carry signals from your brain to your muscles, begin to lose efficiency as early as your 40s. These are like telephone wires that start to fray over time. The message gets through, but it's weak and unclear. Second, the production of acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that tells your muscles to contract, decreases over time. Acetylcholine is like the language your brain uses to talk to your muscles. When production drops, it's like trying to have a conversation while whispering. The message just doesn't get through clearly. Third, chronic low-grade inflammation interferes with both muscle function and nerve signaling. This isn't the kind of inflammation you feel after an injury. This is silent, systemic inflammation that acts like static on a radio, making it harder for clear signals to get through. Here's the encouraging news that most doctors don't tell you. Unlike actual muscle loss, which takes months to reverse, communication problems can be fixed quickly. When you provide your neuromuscular system with the right nutrients at the right time, you can see improvements in strength, balance, and coordination within hours. A landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2023 followed 68 adults over 50 who had been experiencing leg weakness and fatigue. Half the group received specific nutrient combinations, while the other half received placebo treatments. The results were remarkable. The nutrient group showed measurable improvements in muscle protein synthesis and mitochondrial activity by the very next morning. The participants didn't gain new muscle overnight, but their existing muscle became more responsive and functional. They reported feeling more stable when standing, more confident when walking, and less fatigued during daily activities. Some participants said it was like someone had recharged their batteries overnight. This is why the 3 foods I'm about to share with you are so powerful. They don't just feed your muscles. They restore the communication network that makes your muscles work properly. They're like upgrading from an old crackling radio to a crystal clear digital connection. The first food that can restore your leg strength is probably sitting right in your refrigerator. Eggs. But here's what most people don't know. It's not the white part that gives you strength. It's the golden yolk that holds the real power. Let me share with you exactly why eggs are so powerful for leg strength and why the timing of when you eat them can make all the difference. Egg yolks are the richest natural source of choline, a nutrient that your body converts directly into acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter responsible for muscle contractions. When you decide to stand up, take a step, or climb stairs, your brain sends a signal that gets converted into acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction. Think of acetylcholine as the key that starts your muscle engine. Without enough of this key, your muscles simply won't respond properly, no matter how strong they actually are. This is why you might feel like your legs are there, but they're just not working the way they used to. As we age, both the production of acetylcholine and the sensitivity of its receptors decline significantly. This is particularly noticeable in the motor neurons connected to our legs. Research published in the journal Nutrients showed that increasing dietary choline can improve acetylcholine production in 6 to 12 hours, especially when the brain is actively demanding motor coordination. Here are the specific numbers you need to know, and I want you to write these down. 2 whole eggs provide approximately 300 milligrams of choline. This is enough to significantly boost acetylcholine synthesis and restore motor control pathways. The bioavailability of choline from egg yolks is exceptional, meaning your body can easily absorb and use it, unlike synthetic supplements that often pass through your system unused. But here's the critical part that most people miss. Timing matters more than you might think. Acetylcholine synthesis is naturally lowest after sleep, which makes your motor neurons more receptive to nutritional input in the morning. This is why consuming eggs within 30 minutes of waking up can have such a dramatic effect on leg strength and stability throughout the day. Let me share a simple protocol that's been validated by multiple research studies. Consume 2 whole eggs approximately 30 minutes after waking up. If you're concerned about cholesterol, I have good news. Recent comprehensive studies, including a meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have shown that dietary cholesterol from eggs has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels for most people. However, if you have specific health concerns, always consult with your healthcare provider. For those who don't eat eggs due to dietary restrictions, quinoa, Brussels sprouts, and soybeans also contain choline, though in lower concentrations and with reduced bioavailability compared to egg yolks. You would need to consume larger quantities to achieve the same effect. Here's something fascinating that most people don't know about acetylcholine. It doesn't just activate muscles, it also plays a crucial role in learning, memory, and concentration. When you restore acetylcholine levels, you're enhancing both physical control and cognitive clarity. Many of our subscribers have reported feeling more mentally sharp and physically coordinated after implementing this simple morning routine. The research backing this up is impressive. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 120 older adults who increased their choline intake. They showed improved muscle response times and better balance scores within just 1 week. What makes this study particularly compelling is that the participants didn't know they were being tested for physical performance. They thought it was just a nutrition study, which makes the results even more significant. Many of our subscribers have reported remarkable improvements after implementing this egg protocol. Some have shared that within just 5 days they felt confident enough to resume activities they had stopped due to balance concerns. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps us reach more people who need this life-changing information. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because we're just getting started with the science that can transform your health. The second food that can transform your leg strength is whey protein. But this isn't about generic protein powder from the supplement store. This is about understanding how one specific amino acid in whey protein acts like a molecular switch that can literally turn your muscles back on. That amino acid is leucine, and what I'm about to tell you about leucine will change how you think about protein forever. Leucine is what scientists call an anabolic trigger. It directly activates a cellular pathway called mTOR, which stands for mechanistic target of rapamycin. Think of mTOR as the control tower that regulates muscle protein synthesis. Leucine is the air traffic controller that tells mTOR when it's time to build and repair muscle tissue. Here's why this matters specifically for your legs. As we age, our muscles become more resistant to anabolic signals. This condition is called anabolic resistance, and it's one of the primary reasons why older adults can eat plenty of protein, but still experience muscle weakness. Even when we consume adequate protein, our muscles don't respond as effectively as they used to. However, leucine has been shown to overcome this resistance, even in older adults. It's like having a master key that can unlock muscle growth and repair, even when the normal keys have stopped working. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that a single meal high in leucine could significantly enhance mTOR activity and stimulate muscle protein synthesis in adults over 60. The improvements were measurable within hours, not days or weeks. Whey protein isolate contains the optimal ratio of leucine to other essential amino acids. This isn't by accident, it's because whey protein comes from milk, and milk is designed by nature to support rapid growth and development. To activate the mTOR pathway and initiate muscle repair, you need approximately 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine. This translates to about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality whey protein. But here's where most people make a critical mistake, and this mistake could be costing you months of potential strength gains. They focus on the total amount of protein they eat per day, but they completely ignore leucine timing and distribution. Your muscles can only utilize a certain amount of leucine at one time. Consuming all your protein in one large meal means much of the leucine gets wasted, literally flushed out of your system without being used. The most effective protocol, based on research from the University of Texas, is to distribute leucine-rich protein evenly throughout the day, starting with breakfast. Adults who consumed nearly equal amounts of protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner had muscle protein synthesis rates that were 25% higher than those who ate most of their protein at dinner. That's a massive difference that can mean the difference between maintaining strength and losing it. Here's your practical application, and I want you to start this tomorrow morning. Start your day with 25 to 30 grams of whey protein isolate, mixed with water or unsweetened almond milk. This provides the leucine trigger your muscles need to start the repair and strengthening process. If you prefer whole foods, 3 eggs plus 1 cup of Greek yogurt will give you a similar leucine profile. For those who are lactose intolerant or prefer plant-based options, hemp protein, pea protein, and quinoa combined can provide adequate leucine, though you may need larger portions to reach the threshold amounts. The key is consistency and timing, not perfection. The timing of this leucine consumption is absolutely crucial. Research shows that consuming leucine-rich protein within 1 hour of light physical activity maximizes the anabolic response. This doesn't mean intense exercise or going to the gym. A 15-minute walk, some gentle stretching, or light resistance movement is sufficient to prime your muscles for the leucine signal. What makes whey protein particularly effective for leg strength is its rapid absorption rate. Unlike other proteins that take hours to digest and reach your muscles, whey protein reaches your bloodstream within 30 to 60 minutes. This means the leucine signal reaches your leg muscles quickly when they're most receptive to growth and repair signals. Athletes and healthcare providers working with older adults increasingly recommend whey protein not just for muscle building, but for muscle reactivation. The goal isn't necessarily to build new muscle tissue, but to wake up the muscle you already have and make it function more effectively. The third food that can restore your leg strength might surprise you, and it's definitely not what most people would expect. Beetroot. But before you dismiss this as another superfood fad, let me share the incredible science that's making researchers call beetroot a potential natural treatment for age-related muscle weakness. The key to beetroot's power lies in a tiny molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas that your endothelial cells, the cells lining your blood vessels, produce naturally. This gas acts like a traffic controller for your circulatory system, telling your blood vessels when to widen and allow more blood to flow through them. As we age, nitric oxide production decreases significantly, and blood vessels become less responsive to the signals they do receive. This is particularly problematic for your legs, which are furthest from your heart and rely on efficient circulation to function properly. Poor circulation means less oxygen delivery, fewer nutrients reaching your muscles, and slower waste removal from your leg muscles. Here's where beetroot becomes absolutely powerful. Beetroot is rich in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide through a fascinating biological process. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology in 2015 found that older adults who consumed beetroot juice had a significant boost in leg muscle power within just a few hours of consumption. The improvements weren't marginal or barely noticeable. In real-world movement testing, including walking speed tests, chair stand tests, and stair climbing assessments, the benefits were substantial enough to be measured objectively by researchers. The gains were particularly noticeable in fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are critical for maintaining balance and preventing falls. Here are the specific amounts that research has validated, and these numbers are important. 1 to 2 medium-sized beetroots, or 250 to 300 milliliters of beetroot juice, consumed approximately 90 minutes before physical activity. This timing allows the nitrates to convert into nitric oxide and begin the vasodilation process in your blood vessels. But here's how to maximize the effect and get even better results. Combine beetroot consumption with 20 minutes of light movement. This could be a gentle walk around your neighborhood, light cycling, or dynamic stretching. Movement itself stimulates nitric oxide production, especially when your body is already saturated with dietary nitrates from the beetroot. Think of it as priming the pump and increasing the pressure at the same time. The beetroot provides the raw materials for nitric oxide production, and the light movement triggers your body to produce even more nitric oxide and utilize it more effectively. Some people worry about the sugar content in beetroot, and I understand this concern. While beetroot does contain natural sugars, the glycemic load is relatively modest, and the performance benefits far outweigh any temporary blood sugar increase. If you're still concerned, consume beetroot with a source of protein or high-fiber greens to moderate the glycemic response. For those who don't enjoy the taste of beetroot juice, and I'll be honest, it's an acquired taste, beetroot powder is an excellent alternative. It's more concentrated, easier to store, and can be mixed into smoothies or water. The nitrate content is typically higher in quality beetroot powders, which means you may need smaller amounts to achieve the same effect. The circulation improvements from beetroot aren't limited to your legs. Many people report better overall energy, improved cognitive function, and enhanced exercise tolerance. This makes perfect sense because every tissue in your body benefits from improved blood flow and oxygen delivery. Research is ongoing, but preliminary studies suggest that regular beetroot consumption may have protective effects against vascular dementia and age-related cognitive decline. The same nitric oxide pathways that improve leg muscle function also support brain health and circulation. Our subscribers have shared amazing results with the Beetroot protocol. One viewer reported that after implementing it for just 10 days, they were able to climb stairs without stopping to rest halfway up. They described it as feeling like they had been given new legs. If you're enjoying this information and finding it helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to Senior Healthline and hit that notification bell. We have viewers from over 60 countries who are all committed to aging with strength and vitality. I love seeing comments from our community in places like Sweden, Australia, South Africa, and right here in North America. Now let's combine these 3 foods into a simple science-based protocol that can begin improving your leg strength within 12 hours. This isn't theory, this is a step-by-step plan that you can start implementing tonight. Here's your complete 12-hour protocol, and I recommend you bookmark this video so you can refer back to these specific steps. Evening preparation, starting tonight. 2 hours before bed, consume 1 to 2 medium beetroots or 250 milliliters of beetroot juice. Follow this with 20 minutes of light movement. such as a gentle walk around your neighborhood or some light stretching in your living room. This primes your circulation system and begins the nitric oxide enhancement process while you sleep. Morning activation, first thing tomorrow. Within 30 minutes of waking up, consume 2 whole eggs, preferably prepared in a way that keeps the yolks intact. Soft-boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled works perfectly. This provides the choline your body needs to restore acetylcholine production and improve neuromuscular signaling. Remember, your motor neurons are most receptive to this nutritional input in the morning when acetylcholine synthesis is naturally at its lowest. Protein boost 1 hour later. 1 hour after the eggs, consume 25 to 30 grams of whey protein, isolate mixed with water or unsweetened plant milk. This delivers the leucine trigger that activates mTOR and initiates muscle protein synthesis. The timing gap between the eggs and whey protein allows for optimal absorption of both nutrients without interference. Movement integration. Within 60 minutes of the whey protein, engage in 15 to 20 minutes of light physical activity. This doesn't need to be intense exercise or formal workouts. A walk around the block, some gentle resistance movements using your own body weight or dynamic stretching is sufficient. The key is to activate your muscles when they're primed with the right nutrients. Consistency is absolutely key. While you may notice improvements in energy and stability within the first day, the most significant changes occur when you follow this protocol consistently for 7 to 14 days. Your neuromuscular system needs time to fully adapt and strengthen these new communication pathways. Track your progress. Pay attention to how your legs feel when you stand up from a chair, walk upstairs, or maintain your balance while getting dressed. Many people notice improved stability and reduced fatigue within the first week. Some report feeling more confident in their movements and less hesitant when navigating stairs or uneven surfaces. Important safety considerations. If you have kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, or are taking blood-thinning medications, consult with your healthcare provider before implementing this protocol. While these foods are generally safe for healthy adults, individual medical conditions may require modifications to the timing or amounts. Remember, this protocol works because it addresses the 3 root causes of age-related leg weakness: poor neuromuscular communication, inadequate protein signaling, and compromised circulation. By targeting all 3 simultaneously with precise timing, you create a synergistic effect that's more powerful than addressing any single factor alone. I want to hear from you as you try this protocol. Leave a comment below and let me know where you're watching from and what you notice after your first week. Our community loves to support each other, and your success story might inspire someone else to take action. Before we wrap up, let me share some additional tips that can enhance your results and address common questions I receive from subscribers. For those who exercise regularly, you can time this protocol around your workouts for even better results. Consume the beetroot 90 minutes before your exercise session and have your whey protein within 30 minutes after finishing. This maximizes both the circulation benefits and the muscle recovery response. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you can substitute the eggs with a combination of nutritional yeast and sunflower lecithin for choline, and use plant-based protein powder with added leucine. Hemp hearts, pumpkin seeds, and spirulina can also provide some of the nutrients we've discussed. For people with digestive sensitivities, start with smaller amounts and gradually increase. Begin with 1 egg instead of 2, or 15 grams of whey protein instead of 30. Your body will adapt, and you can increase the amounts as your tolerance improves. Some subscribers have asked about taking these nutrients in supplement form instead of whole foods. While supplements can work, whole foods provide additional cofactors and nutrients that enhance absorption and utilization. The eggs provide not just choline, but also B vitamins. The whey protein includes natural immunoglobulins, and beetroot contains fiber and antioxidants that support overall health. If you travel frequently, beetroot powder and whey protein powder are easily portable. You can hard-boil eggs in advance or find them at most hotels and restaurants worldwide. Before we wrap up, let me share some additional tips that can enhance your results and address common questions I receive from the subscribers. For those who exercise regularly, you can time this protocol around your workouts for even better results. Consume the beetroot 90 minutes before your exercise session and have your whey protein within 30 minutes after finishing. This maximizes both the circulation benefits and the muscle recovery response. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you can substitute the eggs with a combination of nutritional yeast and sunflower lecithin for choline and use plant-based protein powder with added leucine. Hemp hearts, pumpkin seeds, and spirulina can also provide some of the nutrients we've discussed. For people with digestive sensitivities, start with smaller amounts and gradually increase. Begin with 1 egg instead of 2, or 15 grams of whey protein instead of 30. Your body will adapt, and you can increase the amounts as your tolerance improves. Some subscribers have asked about taking these nutrients in supplement form instead of whole foods. While supplements can work, whole foods provide additional cofactors and nutrients that enhance absorption and utilization. The eggs provide not just choline, but also B vitamins. The whey protein includes natural immunoglobulins, and beetroot contains fiber and antioxidants that support overall health. If you travel frequently, beetroot powder and whey protein powder are easily portable. You can hard-boil eggs in advance or find them at most hotels and restaurants worldwide. Before we wrap up, let me share some additional tips that can enhance your results and address common questions I receive from subscribers. For those who exercise regularly, you can time this protocol around your workouts for even better results. Consume the beetroot 90 minutes before your exercise session and have your whey protein within 30 minutes after finishing. This maximizes both the circulation benefits and the muscle recovery response. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you can substitute the eggs with a combination of nutritional yeast and sunflower lecithin for choline and use plant-based protein powder with added leucine. Hemp hearts, pumpkin seeds, and spirulina can also provide some of the nutrients we've discussed. For people with digestive sensitivities, start with smaller amounts and gradually increase. Begin with 1 egg instead of 2, or 15 grams of whey protein instead of 30. Your body will adapt, and you can increase the amounts as your tolerance improves. Some subscribers have asked about taking these nutrients in supplement form instead of whole foods. While supplements can work, whole foods provide additional cofactors and nutrients that enhance absorption and utilization. The eggs provide not just choline, but also B vitamins. The whey protein includes natural immunoglobulins, and beetroot contains fiber and antioxidants that support overall health. If you travel frequently, beetroot powder and whey protein powder are easily portable. You can hard-boil eggs in advance or find them at most hotels and restaurants worldwide. Many viewers have shared inspiring feedback about their results with this protocol. Some report feeling stronger and more stable within the first week. Others mention regaining confidence in activities they had given up due to balance concerns. When you provide your body with the right nutrients at the right times, it responds remarkably quickly. The science is absolutely clear. Age-related leg weakness isn't inevitable, and it doesn't require expensive treatments or complicated interventions. By understanding how your neuromuscular system works and providing it with the right nutrients at the right times, you can restore strength, stability, and confidence in your legs. The 3 foods we've discussed today, eggs, whey protein, and beetroot, work together synergistically to reactivate your existing muscle tissue, improve nerve signaling, and enhance circulation. The 12-hour protocol gives you a practical, evidence-based way to implement this knowledge starting tonight. Your legs are not just your foundation for movement. They're a reflection of your overall vitality and independence. When you invest in leg strength, you're investing in your ability to live life on your own terms, to maintain your independence, and to continue doing the activities you love. If this video has given you a new perspective on your body's potential and hope for the future, please show your support by hitting that like button. It really helps us reach more people who need this life-changing information. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Healthline and ring that notification bell. We publish new science-based health videos every week that can genuinely transform your life. I want to know where you're watching from and how this information has helped you. Drop a comment below with your location and any questions you have. I read every comment personally, and our community is incredibly supportive of each other. Try this protocol for the next 2 weeks and pay close attention to how you feel. I'm confident you'll be surprised by your body's capacity to respond and recover when given the right tools at the right times. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean accepting weakness, instability, or loss of independence. With the right knowledge and consistent action, you can maintain and even improve your strength and vitality for years to come. Thank you for being part of the Senior Healthline community. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll explore more science-based strategies for healthy, vibrant aging. Until then, stay strong, stay healthy, and remember that your best years can still be ahead of you.